Oh my goodness. One of my all-time house bangers right there. It just came through. I don't decide these things. I don't decide what song comes on. I don't decide what comes out of my mouth. It just flows through by the grace of the love and light. Namaste, fellow waves in the ocean of loving consciousness. I hope you're doing so well. Mama Meyer was loving that intro. That's getting me going. I know Ben's in the back. He's loving that. And here he is, fellow waves, the man himself, somebody like you, data collection specialist, on fire right now. Ben freaking Myers. What's going on, brother?
Oh, what an intro, my man. What an intro. How are we doing? Welcome, everyone jumping into the stream.
Just in awe of you walking the talk, brother. That's what is going on over here, dude. How you feeling?
Good, man. Like I said, it's a process, man. Anytime you get any bit like sick or whatever. Hello, LA. Hello, Tommy. You. Health anxiety enters the chat, man, and it changes the narrative completely. And you have a chance to become the observer and all this shit, but hey, when you're in the show of it all and you're just getting swept away, it's hard to maintain back here, but we talk about it. It's just how long can you maintain that awareness and that observation? And it's okay to go back in. Don't judge yourself. Just come on back. And it's just that's meditation. And bring it on back. Don't judge. It's okay. Bring it on back. Don't judge. It's okay. And that's the forever game.
And just the mind and anxiety just tripping balls because you're going through your own shit. You're trying to lock it down. You're trying to take care of your things, but then things slip through the cracks when the mind's foggy, when the body's all over the place. And then that rises in you. And brother, I just want to thank you for sending that love back to me when I was like, dude, you're walking it. And you're like, dude, this is from the George Mumford thing. And this is I saw that. I knew that. I saw it. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
It's so funny. It's the first thing that because it wasn't so much even the fact, I'll tell you a little bit of the story. It was last night, my spike came because it was 11 p.m. I was already congested. I couldn't sleep. I was already in my head, right? And then I was like, I thought I was supposed to have a meeting one of these days, or something's come up. That gut feeling. I feel like I'm missing something.
Yes.
And I was like, let me go check the WhatsApp. I know I have some things silenced, but I didn't think I had. I have all groups silenced. I think it was just so I was a part of a group chat for a group meeting on Monday, and I missed 7 messages being like, Ben, are you coming? Ben, are you jumping in? Ben, join us if you can. Ben, I hope everything's okay. And I'm like, oh God. And so last night I went, hey, she responded and said, hey, we can do it tomorrow at 9 a.m. Cool. I was like, Ben, don't get all freaked out about this. You're good. This isn't going to be old patterns. Look at this. You're going to be able to tell Gabes about this. This is going to be killer, dude.
Yeah.
And then I got on this morning. I was like, 9 a.m. Sent the Zoom link. I felt super prepared. I was feeling shitty, but I was still all right. And no one was joining. Somebody I was causing so much chaos. And I was just kind of it wasn't the fact that I missed the meeting. It was I was then continuing where is everybody? Why isn't people in here? Ben, it's at 11. It's not at 9. And I'm like, oh, I'm crawling out of my skin right now that I've caused so much mayhem.
Oh man, dude, everybody's been there. Everybody knows that feeling. But on top of that, you weren't feeling good. Oh Jesus,
dude, it's wild, man. But yeah, I know Sherry. I don't know if she's in here yet. She's on
Instagram because the phone's not working.
Oh, gotcha. She's been sending me such love. I appreciate everybody. Erica, what's his name? He's Lawrence, Lonnie. Oh, I can't remember his name. If you're
Tommy?
in here, what's that?
Tommy?
No, not Tommy. I don't. I think it's Lonnie Wilson or something like that.
Oh, Lonster. Yeah, Lonnie Wilson. Yeah,
dude, he's sending me so much love in a DM, being just resonating with a lot of the things I'm saying. So dude, a bunch of people from the community. I just want to say thank you so much. That's the whole thing. It's somebody like you. We're all going through this. So, brother, I always give the flowers right back to you, holding this space, creating this space to let people feel seen, be seen, and show up as they are. That's a gift you got, brother. I appreciate you.
Boom, baby. Thank you so much, brother. That's awesome, everybody. Way to send messages. That is so kind of you. Tommy, yo, what's going on? LA, Sharzy, namaste. We are one. Corey Katina, evening, everyone. Corey Katina went 6 for 6 on the money he put down in UFC fights the other night. This guy's a dialed, smart, responsible gambler. He
There
is data driven. Let's just say that.
you go.
Mama Meyer, welcome in. Shari, Shelster, Robbie D. We're out here. We're out here, fellow waves, on a Tuesday. Stream going up on a Tuesday.
Going up on a Tuesday.
That's it, man. That's it. Oh, yeah.
I
Go
had
ahead.
a coaching call today, and you came through on one of them. We
Okay.
said, you know, when you get like in a lull with people, and the community is going to resonate with this. Like you get into a lull, and you're like, where are we at, man? Like, what's our next evolution? Stuff like this, and I just sit there and I go, brother, what's lighting you on fire?
Mm,
I was like, what are you finding exciting right now? Like, and it can be the most minute thing, and it sparked a conversation that you could just see was like waiting to come through. It just didn't know how to get there. So once again, man, and the community, like, dude, it's just forever expanding, and I love it. I love it because that came through for me today.
and that's Aaron Volpatti too, right? That was the clip today with his dad going. His dad's dying of ALS, and he's like, you know what, Hub, I got to do this MAIDS thing, assisted suicide. I'm not going to be here if I can't talk, if I can't walk, if I can't wipe my own ass, basically. And he's just like sitting around the fire a couple weeks out, and his dad just looks at him like, Hub, what else is going on? What are you excited about these days? And he's been thinking about the music thing, and his dad's like, what the fuck are you waiting for? I'm over here dying, and you're here worried about what people are going to think. You could sing, you can play, get out there, dude. That is just music to my ears to hear a coaching client of yours just went on a riff after that, because that's what it's all about. That sounds like you're holding space, obviously, that like you do, somebody like you, for them to feel safe to explore that, because sometimes that can be terrifying to explore.
Dude, it opened up the conversation of how do you and what way do you feel, process, and express gratitude? And we got to work on our relationship with gratitude because he's accomplished so much in our time together. Like this dude is a rock star that has like his own imposter syndrome. He's gone from like 360 pounds, and he saw two on the front of the scale for the first time.
Wow.
In like however many years. And like he's like, yeah, the job's not done. And I was like, listen, brother, I love that Kobe. I get it. But I was like, brother, you prayed for this moment. If you don't know how to celebrate this, you'll never know how to celebrate 225. You'll never know. I was like, so let's jam out. So we sat there like, where do we feel gratitude? All of this stuff. And you could see him like starting to crack smiles and stuff like that. So brother, it was awesome. Namaste, Cam.
That is so beautiful, dude. Wow, good for you. Because yeah, if we're not gonna fucking well, you still are. You know, he's on his own journey. He Meat Monkey Spacesuit. That's him. Fucking celebrate the damn thing, then. For God's sakes, like that's where you're at. Be there, enjoy it, feel it, and oh, that is amazing to hear. Tommy O says, "Wait, who is this guy? Sounds a lot like what I'm feeling." Hey, this is who somebody like you, Ben Myers, works within his coaching clients, Tommy, and this is. I know you're on a break from work, going through and sorting through your stuff, but we've had people comment lately. You know, I think it was me posting something about, we need to share, we need to talk as men. I think after the Claude Lemieux passing, and somebody just writing like, men don't want to open up because nobody wants to listen, and therapy is expensive and all this, and this is why me and Ben have leaned into the coaching aspect of things, man, because it takes down the stigma of therapy. It's a fraction of the cost. We're not bound by all the, sorry to say, bullshit medical rules and things that you're not supposed to share too much of your personal experience and all this blah blah blah. We're able to just sit there like somebody like you does, like Ben does, and just be people, and that's where change happens, right? Like come on, Ben.
Yeah, and Tommy, it's like, I don't know many therapists that come on and do things like this. Like there's like the content creating therapists that I vibe with a lot. But like, not saying this is the same as one-on-one coaching, because it's not, but like if someone's in between jobs, or if finances are tight, like being able to find communities like this where you can jump into the comments and find the courage and the bravery and understand, like, it's up to me and Gabes to prove that we do want to listen, that we want to hold space, that this is a safe place to talk about that stuff. And so like jumping in here and be like, hey, you know what's been going on in my life? This. And what you'll see is LA, you'll see Corey, you'll see Erica, you'll see Lindsay Ann, you'll see everybody jump in. Lori Ann and Lindsay jump in and be like, I understand that. Sherry, I'll understand that. And you'll realize you're not alone. So if you're going through something and always pop it into the chat if you feel comfortable doing so. And it can be, just the cornerstone, the catalyst of a beautiful conversation that might not only help you break through to the other side, but might help so many other people be like, holy shit, who is this person? Sounds a lot like what I'm feeling. Ben Legere, welcome in, my friend.
Hey, Ben Legere gets his boy Ben back. Dude, that was so beautifully said. That was so beautifully said. So, Tommy, yeah, like, it's so. The answers are out there. The community is out there. The support is out there. Your people are out there. The only thing you need to do is allow yourself to seek, allow yourself to yearn for that community, for that connection. And look at Tommy O, for this community, for sure, this community is definitely helping. Not many people know my story, but I'll get there, brother.
Hell yeah.
And the more I keep saying it to people, I will say it every day in the damn community. Whoever comes in, I think Rob came in today because Chris Swick shared it with his group of men that went for a walk on the weekend, and we had a bunch of joiners from there. It's the more you lean into the love and light, the more you're going to get back. We feel like if we're vulnerable, if we share, what might we lose? What might this do to hurt us? When we got to flip that narrative of what can this give us? What can this pour into our life when we open up? That's that Guy Finley guy again. We always think life's coming to take something from us, but truly, if life is asking you to give something up, it's only because it's trying to give you so much more to fill that space. You're being asked to clean out old space to allow that new river water to just rush in and just light you up.
I could not agree more.
Oh, open-minded. I've learned so much. A month meditating was useless. Now, fuck yeah, dude. Let's go, brother. Tell us about the meditation experience, Tommy. You're one of the few people who has started in our streaks and not stopped since you started. That is hard to fucking do. I did not do that when I started meditating. I know you've been dabbling in it, doing different things, but yes, when you combine the practice with the integration with the community, it starts to just multiply exponentially. So please let us know how it's vibing in your meditation practice. What is Shari got here? Hi, everyone. So happy to found this community. I had tears the other day of gratitude, finding a tribe that I can feel I belong and accepted. Thank you. Oh, my goodness, Shari.
Beautiful. And I want to point out something to Tommy too. And this isn't just pointing out to Tommy. This is for everybody, but just something in what he said really sparked something for me. It was for sure this community is helping. Not many people know my story, but I'll get there. So one, that's beautiful, right? And thinking about, you can recognize that there is an attachment to the story, whether it be embarrassment or uncomfortability, not comfortable being vulnerable, whatever that is for you. I'm not saying it should be or isn't one of those things, but like we start to recognize that, is there embarrassment about our story? Am I embarrassed about myself? Like there's an attachment to that emotion, right? And little by little, like you're talking about, when we start to be able to talk about it, when we start to be able to relinquish the power it has on us and over us and release it into the world, release it into space, all of a sudden it realizes it's then getting the care it always wanted, but it doesn't know how right now. And that's the way I think like communities like this and all that stuff is like, I'm never going to push someone to tell me their story if they're not ready. But remember, if you're not ready, it's because there's an attachment to a narrative about it. And when you're ready, little by little, whether it be here, whether it be with a therapist, whether it be with a family member, a friend, a partner, whatever it may be, the power and attachment that story is having is so much to do with why it's not flowing through us yet, because it's bottled up. It's bottled up on the other side of that dam.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we're doing. We're loosening up that blockage. We're loosening up that Hoover Dam to let that Colorado River flow again the way it's always been trying to. It's never stopped trying to. Colorado Buffaloes, let's go, Dion. Shout out. Cam Scully's loving it. Tommy goes, only a few minutes a day meditating for now when I'm stressing or struggling. I just breathe. Brother, that's the doorway. That's the doorway. That's your doorway. It's different than my doorway. It's different than Ben's doorway. Your doorway is perfect. The fact that you're committing to doing that every day, I don't care if it's counting fucking Fruit Loops. Okay? Sorting Fruit Loops. It's meditation. You're taking time to focus on one thing The discipline is the rep. It's doing it every day, having that awareness to do it, and you feeling those things. That's what's going to accrue over time. That's going to put money in the bank, just like your workouts. You know how it is when you kind of put you stop working out. It's not good news. When we maintain, when we at least go, you know, I'm not feeling my best. I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to do half as much. I'm going to do a quarter as much. It keeps you in the game, though. It keeps you moving. Keeps you grease those oils, those wheels greased with oil. It keeps you moving. That's what you're doing there with the meditation. I love to hear that. He goes, my view is I have talked about it for 2 years and have to move on. Don't mind telling people here. I've had lots of support. I've learned the only thing I need to do now is change my mindset.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's exactly it, brother. But the ego is so fucking stubborn. And it just is like, yeah, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, fuck that, breathing's stupid. It's going to continue to do that because it feels like you are safe where you're at. Your body will stay alive where you're at, even though you're like, nah, I ain't thriving in my mind. Your body don't care about that. It's just trying to keep you alive. So that mindset, you're right, it's the thing that now needs to be deconditioned to allow you to kind of go, you know what? I know that when I wake up in the morning, I know there's not a bear in my room. Why the fuck does it feel like there's a bear in the corner ready to jump on me as soon as I wake up? There's no bear there. There's not a bear down the hallway. There's not a bear in the fucking fridge when you get your milk, your coffee. This is the human meat monkey spacesuit conditioned for caveman times in 2026 when everything's okay. Everything's okay. Your partner, you got your jam sesh room back there. You got your workout out back in the sun during the day. You're good. And we got to condition your brain to know that and to feel into that.
Hell yeah. Shari said, I feel everyone is celebrating no matter what they say or share. Sometimes a kind correction with love and you feel it allows the onion to peel back more. And then she said, started realizing when the shame comes up, I can move through it much faster by sharing it. Always get love back. That is, I mean, Tommy's talking about the rumination. The rumination is the issue, and that's where meditating helps. And remember, it's a lot about our relationships to those emotions. And once again, once it comes out and comes through us, there's this thing, it's recognizing that the act of the rumination, yes, is a problem or one of the targeted problems, but it's our relationship to the rumination. Rumination is not bad, but what are we ruminating about? Right? If we're going to obsess and compulsively think, why don't we obsess and compulsively think and learn to compulsively think and obsessively think about the good, the beautiful, the lovely? And that's where I have a system that has worked for me. And this is not me spreading anything on to other people. It is for the first 3 days, just recognize when you're ruminating. Don't change shit. I'm ruminating. Got it. I'm ruminating. Got it. You're going to see how much it happens. And then once you get past that, it's like, well, what do I want to place that rumination with? 5, 10 amazing things. Why is this working for me? Every time. It becomes science because then you're changing the neural pathways. You're creating new neuroplasticity. And then when that pops up, it's not going to take the thought away of like, oh, I can't believe this fucking happened. You're going to remember 10 new things that's associated with that thought now. And the thought's going to start to lose power. You're going to start to replace that thought. You're going to start to see, and it's going to take a couple months or a week, whatever it might be for somebody. But that's how that happens. It doesn't just be like, okay, I talked about it a couple times out. That was something that worked for me with negative self-talk and narratives about toxic past relationships and stuff like that. And yeah, that's something that's really helped for me. That's obviously something I work on with coaching with people.
You take that thing that is supposedly ruining us at the time, our mind, and we're ruminating. It's like unleash that motherfucker on itself. Yeah. That's what we do. That is the step on the path. You have a thorn in you, which is the mind. You got to, fix the mind, quiet the mind, whatever. We got to get out of our mind. Guess what you use to do that? The fucking mind. It's so crazy, but it's true. That's what you do. And eventually you throw that away too. But for the time being, you got to use that double-edged sword to your benefit. Yeah. We have Corey up here. Makes me think of the show Shrinking. The main character is a therapist who breaks the traditional rules of therapy and allows him to grow and help more than if he followed the... Dude, where's that show been?
Apple.
I feel like that show should be written based off Wendy Nickerson.
Apple TV.
Have you seen it?
I haven't, but it's got Harrison Ford and what's his name? One of my favorite, Jason Segel.
Oh, nice. I
Yeah.
love everybody loves Harrison Ford. That guy's dialed.
Dude, I've seen a couple clips and it's like, how beautiful is it to be 42 with a life full of scars that shows that you've lived kind of thing. And yeah, it's really, really cool. I've just seen clips of it. I haven't watched it, but I don't have Apple TV. So
I mean, if there's a show about psychology, mental health, whatever, I'd watch. That's the one. I mean, that's why me and Ben met, was because the founder of the Nickerson Institute, Dr. Wendy Nickerson, literally experienced this. And countless people have. I was talking to a buddy from India that I met through ultra speaking, and he went to see a therapist, and he was shocked that like 2 minutes in, the therapist shared their own lived experience for like 10 minutes. And he was like, holy fuck, I thought that's not what they did. Like, and he was just like, I felt so like I was just talking to someone I met on the street, but they know what they're doing.
yeah.
It was like, whoa. And then that's providing that space that Shari's talking about. Really, what does therapy do? It provides you a space where it's about your stuff. And the person there is not only just an open book to listen, they understand how to prompt you, ask the questions, invite you to certain things. It's that safe place where you're not going to feel judged, which is crazy because a lot of people still go to therapy and are terrified of what the therapists are going to think. But that breakthrough usually happens when they go, oh shit, I can tell you that.
Yeah. That's a space to talk about the things, right? I say people all the time, even when you're going through the shit, there's a part you show up enough times. There's a party when something happens, you go, I can talk about this with Ben. I can talk about this with Gabes. I can talk about this with my therapist, my coach, whatever it is. And it gives it a place to compartmentalize and go into storage for a little bit. Instead of when it doesn't have a place where it knows it's going to be addressed, it stays right here. And it's running the show. It goes, okay, well, we know what to do here. But I think the dedicated space of having a person, like I talked about my relocation to Colorado on my call today, and like it gives them an opportunity to like also talk about and to you. It's this back and forth and trust and those kind of things. I think it's really important to not just be so clinical all the time and just to be like he'll go like, hey, this is friend me talking, not like client me. I go, cool, let's rip.
Yeah.
It's that kind of stuff, because that's the stuff like that's trust. That's all it is. Trust. That's all it is.
I love that. This is like not client me right now. Yeah, let's rip. That's money right there. That's the good stuff. Somebody's comfortable to do that. Where do you think that plays into then with the whole like? Because obviously that's what therapy would say, right? The pushback, I'll be the straw man right now. Therapy's like, well, then you can't have a personal relationship with your client. Like, what do you feel into with that, Ben?
Yeah, if I'm a therapist, I can't legally. That's why I'm not a therapist. Like that's the reason. Like you can see each other out in public, right? Like you can go and like you can say hello to each other, but there's still that like confidential. And obviously there's HIPAA and stuff like that. I don't tell people about my client shit.
No.
But like if my client was like, hey Ben, I'm looking for a fourth in pickleball. You available? I could be like, yes. Let's go play pickleball. Like that's why I want, like, because that's what it's relationships. Like that's where I absolutely like love it. I don't want to be seen as this expert sitting on the other thing that has all the answers. No, I want to be seen as like your partner that's going through shit together with you, and we're both along the journey of life together. It's not some separate thing. And that's why I think spaces like this help. It's like, oh, okay, I see them enough. Social media makes it feel like we know everybody.
And I think Shari's hitting on the energy exchange here. What Dr. Wendy leaned into in our integrative training so much is just like it's an energy exchange that's going on. There's this, when you drop into that flow, when you drop into that river of just connection, because Shari's saying, honestly, feel our knowledge and experience is used intuitively to help people in the moment and to connect emotionally, or it wouldn't come up to share. Amen. It's like it's the same thing. It's living from the zone as an athlete for our course. It's you start talking to a friend and you truly listen. What was the deepest form of listening I know there's active listening. What was like the deepest one?
Global listening, I think.
Global listening, or
universal, global act. It goes active and then global, I think it was.
Something that just like, you're it's the type of listening where not only are you're not traditional listening is like, you know, that narcissistic listening of like hearing what they're saying and trying to just figure out what you're going to say back to sound good, helpful, smart. Then there's like really listening to what they're saying, but then there's that like just that connection listening where like you're not even thinking, what they're saying is literally just flowing things through you that you're not even coming up with. You feel intuitively when to just go, huh, or that facial expression or whatever, or hold silence. Like it just happens. It just happens. And we all do that for each other and our loved ones all the time.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's
Okay, Tommy,
ooh.
what do we got here?
I believe God put me on this earth to make people laugh and kill them with kindness. I interact with 5 to 10 people on average a day, just in public, and there is always smiles or laughs, but I treat myself worse than anyone. I want to get better as long as I continue to do that. Hell yeah. Well, so I say that and it almost sounds dismissive, and I apologize for that. But what I mean is like, hell yeah, is like you have the recipe. You see how to do it. What that tells me a little bit of, and now we won't go too deep into it, is that a mask you're putting on to make other people do that because you feel bad about yourself? Because like I said, treat yourself like that. It just doesn't feel natural right now, and that's okay. But it didn't feel natural in the beginning. You had to learn how to make people laugh and kill them with kindness. You probably like the receiving you get from that too. Like, oh, I love that I was able to help somebody feel good. I certainly get that. I get that too. I love that feeling. But yeah, absolutely. You have the recipe. Make yourself laugh. You're a funny dude. Kill yourself with kindness. You're a kind guy. Like it's one of those like, okay, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be repetitions, but let's just commit to that. Let's just commit to it. Let's fuck around and try it. Like, you know what I mean? I love being loved. Well, brother, if you love being loved, let's start loving ourselves. And if I'm on a coaching call, but I need to learn how to do that, I go, how does Tommy receive love?
Seriously.
How does he give love first off? What's the most, that's here it is. What is your most favorite way to give love? Because I think that's a key to the door of how you would like to receive it as well.
Probably something to do with making people laugh and all these things. And that's probably something you like when someone's, you know, hey, look into that, Tommy boy, look into that. Because, man, this is where meditation supports everything that we do. I'm going to keep harping on it because look, what do you need to focus on, right? You're focusing on you go out and treat others well. So you're going to focus on turning that around on yourself. So it's almost like, okay, Tommy, today, every time I look at someone else and then every time I think of myself, I'm going to treat myself as I treat that person on the street. And it's like, okay, you set that intention, right? And then next thing you know, it's nighttime and you're like, fuck, wasn't I supposed to like treat myself like that all day? Well, that's because you weren't able to hold that attention on that point. You got sucked into the world of experience, sounds, tastes, sights, smells, whatever it is, right? So then you forget. So what meditation allows you to do if you're doing the work, Tommy, meditation is like going to the gym. You strengthen your muscle over time, right? You expand its bandwidth to handle a load. That's what you're doing with your mind to be able to keep on top of your mind. Like, you ever seen those ladies walk with jugs on their head or people walk with jugs of water on their head? When they stop to talk to people on the side of the road, they have to keep their mind quite top of mind that there's jugs on their head. They can't just forget when they're talking. They keep their focus half there, half on the person. That's what meditation starts to allow you to do in the heat of the moment in the day when the inside voice is shitting on yourself. But then you're like, oh, hey, what's going on, buddy, at the convenience store? You're able to go, no, wait, I'm supposed to treat myself like that in here. And you're able to hold that attention, hold that attention, hold that attention. That is literally what meditation's allowing you to do. It's crazy. That's what allows me now to be at the point of my journey of self-inquiry where I'm constantly asking myself, who's talking? Who's walking? Who's thinking? There's no answer. And I rest in that space where there's no thoughts. And then I watch the thoughts go by like a bird. Sometimes I get sucked into them, but I have the bandwidth. I've turned in the work. Oh, no. Who's watching that thought like a bird? It's a slow grind, but that's what allows you to hold that frequency, brother.
He goes, I got to touch myself more.
Dude, that was from last night. After you logged off, Erica coined this thing hilariously. It was like, we were talking about how God we are God. So therefore God helping itself, doing whatever, just God waking up to God. And Erica's like, so we're all God telling each other we're God, and we're all touching ourselves. So it's God touching itself. And then we had this whole sexual innuendo just spree, and Sherzy was loving it. Erica was loving it. Shari was laughing. So you literally, as Tommy Yo being expressed from God, by God, to God, you need to touch yourself more, Tommy. Yes, sir.
I love that time. That's how I used to say yo to people all the time. It would be YEO was how I'd like start text messages. So like every time I said like you, I love
you.
You.
Yeah, you. What's up? Yeah, you.
You. And then yeah, Shari said thank you. She said you can feel if someone's not listening, and that shuts you back down. It's true. And that I'll tell you right now out the gate, that's something that blew me away when I first talked to you, and you never like you were like doing the motivational interviewing or the role play or whatever. That's something that has only gotten better, but like that's something that that's why I wasn't lying to you when on that first call. I was like, dude, you're great. Like, because you can listen. And like that's the hardest part is people get so caught up in what am I going to say to somebody? Like, am I going to be feeling okay? Am I going to be a good coach? You listened. And then you're like, and that's something I think is just something that separates you from so many people, not just in the coaching world, but there's like as a human, like that's why people feel safe talking to you, because you are a wonderful listener, and the way you just get curious. So that's why I agree with Shari saying that, just like because that turns people off very quickly.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. I think the listening was good, and then sometimes I'd want to insert what I wanted to say next instead of what I've learned from you is like ask a question instead of making a statement. And that curiosity thing is so huge. And that only accelerates when you start to see God touching itself. God is everyone. Okay, so I can learn from everything because everything's a reflection of me. My God, I want to listen to every fucking person I come across because they're me. That sounds narcissistic, but it's not, because we're all the same fucking thing. So I love you like I love me. I want to listen to you. I want to understand you. I want to hear where you're coming from. I think that's only deepened because of that knowing. That's why this work is so it's exponential. Every time you level up in this healing journey, it supports every other thing. Oh, it gets me going. I think that's why the listening has continued to just it's not a chore anymore.
Yeah.
I catch myself going, if I think, okay, the intuition goes, if I'm not listening properly, it's like, what else is clearly my intuition saying I need to be doing? Because I'm usually very locked in, but I'm like, okay, whoa, there's something here. And I need to be like, okay, I can't give you my full presence right now. Like my mom will come home, or I'll come home and she'll be talking to me, and I'm like, Mom, I got to finish up on the phone. I got to do this. I cannot give you my full presence. I don't want to shortchange that.
Absolutely, dude. Sherzy dropped.
Yeah, this is. I was trying not to laugh talking here. This is fucking amazing.
It's so good,
dude. This is the Ruby of Rockford. This is what's so fun when we start getting to the point where we're doing like God level. We are all God memes now.
Like this is the stuff though. Like this is like the comedy stand-up stuff of like it's so intelligent and it's so relatable because it's funny. It connect. You don't touch your pee-pee with sandpaper. Why let the brain be so abrasive?
It's just the truth.
Facts.
It's just facts.
Facts.
Oh my God. This is great. This is unbelievable. See, now look, Tommy appreciates this. Tommy likes other people making him laugh. You can see that. This is what Tommy taps into. He wants that bromance, brah.
Dude, that's it. Oh my God. So good.
Shari, though. She's cultivating it with meditation, everybody. 40 days now. And she's quiet and listening. She gets her messages doing her Reiki meditation. Just like listen more and I get the question. That's it. You're cleaning up your channel, Shari, and your gifts are only going to explode the more you lean in. Like last night, I feel Connor share and others bring balance into the stream. Ooh, yeah, they do. Absolutely, they do. Dana brings his own certain balance. Sherzy, Corey, everybody has their own little special mix they add to the pie.
Yeah, and that's life, right? It's celebrating everybody, not being like, oh, don't do this. Like, be you, right? Like, obviously be respectful and stuff like that in communities and stuff. And like, that's the whole thing is like, those are the moments. Like, that's like, literally, that's just celebrating Sherzy, celebrating Tommy. Oh, like, so let's point that out. Tommy opened up and was vulnerable about stuff. which gave the opportunity to Sharzy to crack the wisest thing I've heard Sharzy say, and it was beautifully put. And it all started because Tommy was being Tommy and talking about what he's going through a little bit. Like, that's just some. Just bought some sandpaper on Amazon in case you are wrong.
You need a lot of Vaseline with that sandpaper, buddy.
You better buy in bulk. Dude, like, but that's how things start, right? Like vulnerability, like, and those little subconscious ticks, right? Now it goes, when I share vulnerably, I'm met with what? Love, comedy, acceptance. Now, you probably didn't think that right away, but between partners, family, community, this and that, like, you start to realize, like, oh, I can talk about this. And then eventually you start to believe you are worth talking to yourself that way. Boom.
So true. Shari saying authenticity is the highest vibration. This community rocks with it. Yes, and you can't not feel it. That's what I absolutely, again, this journey is just, it's just epiphany after repeated epiphany, and it goes deeper into the knowing of just like, you truly start to see that every single human being, every action they've ever taken, no matter what you think it is, no matter if it's stubbing their toe or getting a cucumber out of the fridge or playing basketball, whatever the fuck it is, it's everybody just trying to feel the flow of who they are, of connection, of love. So when you just be that, you can't fake it. Energy does not lie. The only thing it does is reveal. Energy does not lie. It reveals. If I'm being centered in my energy and I'm around person A, they could react completely different than person B by how their journey's going. And it is so obvious. Some people even feel, I think, the authenticity, and it scares the fuck out of them. Like when I used to play with Nate Prosser, I was in my atheistic depression era. And this motherfucker, Christian, of course, was just so kind, smiley, embodied, career seventh defenseman, sat in the stands more than he played, just happier than a pig in shit. 4 daughters. Oh, Gabriel, I'm not going to try for a son. These are my girls. Like I was just like, fuck, man, I would have wanted a son. Like I was in that mindset back then of like, I need this and I need that and that and it pissed me off. I loved him, but I hated him because I'm like, how are you like that? How do you get to be like that and believe that? And I can't get there. But I could feel the energy. But then I'm around somebody else. I'm around somebody who's motherfucking and complaining. I'm like, yeah, I vibe with that motherfucker right now. So you go around and you attract what you are. So this authenticity that's coming in, everybody comes into this community and they either go, wow, this is tap the fuck in authentic, I'm in. Or they go, wow, this is tap the fuck authentic, and I'm out of here because it's terrifying.
Absolutely. Cater, how we doing?
Namaste, Cater. He's our YouTube guy. The only guy that ever comes in on YouTube. I love you, brother. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah. I responded in the chat, but I think it probably responded in my chat. So
oh, we got it.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
It came up.
Throat's closing up.
Yep. Oh, boy.
We're getting there.
Cater's our youngest fellow wave. We had Tucker come in a couple times, a 7th grader who used to watch me when he was like 4 years old in Iowa. But he's in Kentucky now, not Iowa. But Cater is 14 years old. He's our youngest fellow wave. So congrats to you for being in here, dude. Not everybody sticks around. They come for the hockey. You kind of stay for the love and light. You're sticking around, brother. So that's a props to you. I couldn't imagine me at 14 being on a stream that's called the Love and Light stream where we kind of talk about other than hockey most of the time. Like, props to you, my brother.
Dude, the next wave, man. The next wave is tuning in early, right? And that's not to say you don't have your experiences and stuff like that, but like to have stuff like this is just a baseline at that age, just to even be introduced to it.
Oh,
so when it gets reintroduced and familiar, like later on down, like it's not foreign and it's not as much of a barrier to get through. That's dude, Cater, you're a stud, dude.
Yeah, brother. Like, yeah, I am so enthused by. Honestly, I am so. There's nothing but optimism. I'm so enthused by the time I'm going to live whatever. If I live to the max lifespan I can, definitely with medicine and all this stuff, over 100 for sure. There are going to be so many people taking care of us. We're going to be back in communal living. People are going to be supporting each other all the way around. Like, I am not worried about that at all. But hey, he just made a hockey team, RHA Kelowna. So he's out BC. Dude, congratulations, dude. Under 15 AAA. Let's go, baby. Holy shit, Cater. You're playing at the highest level of hockey, and you're dialed into the shit that if I was only doing at that age, I would not be on the stream because I'd be still playing in the NHL probably, or at least pro hockey at a high level. So, brother, you are flying out there, brother.
Dude, that's incredible. Congratulations, my friend. Congratulations. Great job.
And then you got Tommy Yo, who's a guy out in Barrie, Ontario, who's just like supporting you, like all the way coast to coast. Like, this is what this community's about. This is what it's about, baby. Dude. Shari wants to drive up to watch you play in Kelowna. Like, what the heck? Now you got Auntie Shari down in Seattle wants to come up to see you play. And we got Sharzy going to a store tonight for dinner and walked out, and the guy in the bathroom is wearing a Phillies hat. He died laughing because he probably thought he took a shit in the damn garbage.
Probably.
See how it all starts to work together?
It all starts to work together. That's so funny.
Dude, last time we were talking about, I was showing everybody the ski, what's it called? A ski and do? Ski and do. So it's a little dagger. This is a really small one, but you wear in your sock. So I see how it's a flat side. You put it against your leg, and you put in your sock with your kilt on. But kilts you don't wear underwear with usually. And Sharzy's like, how do you shit your pants with it? How do you do that? And it's just, Erica's like, you just shit on the floor.
You shit your leg.
You shit your leg. That's what I said. Oh God, it's all just weaves together. This is what makes it so fun. It's all weaving together, and the connections are made. And somebody,
it's like a TV show. It's got its own storylines.
Exactly. And I'm never like, obviously it's a skill to sit down and be like, I'm funny, I'm going to write a funny skit and then deliver it, and it's actually funny. All of us are hilarious when we're just in flow.
Yeah.
Like, I can't possibly have sat there and been like, I'm going to say hippie Lord Farquaad. I just recorded it.
And that's what I think the most comments say, that like they laugh so much that, and then someone says something about a pirate, and now it's I think that's the related, like, people love that stuff. It's like, yeah, listen, I get what most people are probably thinking. Like, that doesn't take away from my experience of being me and my journey and stuff like that. Like, I love it, dude, because it was funny. You landed.
I have colitis. Shitting my pants is one of my skills. Got to get a kilt now. Jeez, you're going to be washing that kilt a lot. Corey, you never know what you're going to hear in here. You never know what you're going to hear in here. We don't know what's coming next.
I got to get a kilt now. That's so funny.
But I am curious. See, this is what I've learned from Ben. Old Gaber would not have done this. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to ask Tommy, are you open, Tommy, to talking about diet, colitis, a little bit about that? Because I think a lot of people, not going to say who in my life, their dad struggled with this a lot. And I'd always ask him questions and invite him because I'd see what he'd eat. And with my lived experience of my Meat Monkey spacesuit, I'd be like, that might be why. So what's your typical diet look like, brother? If he's open to everything. You're in remission. Okay, so this is great. What do you think has taken you from having that issue more to being in remission? What has been the process of that? How has the diet changed? Have you been talking with a health practitioner? Like, I'm very curious to this because this is something that, bro, living the way I lived as a pro athlete and just growing up eating the amounts of food I did, I swear to you, I remember my buddy Mark being like, you talk about stupid shit. We're talking about shit right now. My buddy Mark would always go to the bathroom. Like, did you shit again? We're playing video games. He's like, yeah, like I shit like 2-3 times a day. I'm like, what? No way. He's like, how many times do you shit? I'm like, once every day and a half. He's like, dude, that's fucked up. He's like, I'm like, really? He's like, look it up. We looked it up. It's like, yeah, you're supposed to shit like 2 to 4 times a day. I'm like, what?
Really? I thought it was supposed to be once a day around the same time.
Dude, no. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. I literally had the worst bowel movements my whole life. I didn't know anything different. I thought fucking diarrhea, explosive shits, like Same. Pain and gas and all these things were just like normal.
Same.
Okay, Same. I swear to you now, I poo 4-5 times a day at times, 3 to 4 to 5. It falls out of me without a smell, without a stain, and it's like taking a pee. It's like
you get a lot of fiber in that fruit.
Dude, it's like taking a pee. I just go down, done.
That's awesome.
But in the past, people would know, oh, Curtis is in the toilet. I was in there 45 minutes, one time every day and a half, shitting my brains out.
Same. Tommy answered years back. I got off meds from intermittent fasting. Stress killed me. Quit sugar for over 100 days. Hell yeah, and it did nothing. I'm on a miracle drug that I will be off when my mind is better and I can control the stress. Dude, hell yeah, man. Celebrating the shit out of your journey. And for someone like, so to say I quit sugar for 100 days and it didn't do anything, but that 100 days is recognizing there's I read this book by Daniel Amen. It's The End of Mental Illness or something like that. And he talks about like it's kind of like the mental health diet. It's like eliminating all of the fat, the dairy, the sugar, the processed foods and everything, and then slowly bringing them back in and seeing what your body is reacting to. So you realize that the sugar wasn't something that was causing a lot of the things for you, which is, I mean, good and bad, obviously. But hell yeah, that 100. You're gonna inspire me to go to 100 days no sugar. I have a sweet tooth that like I've had under control for a little bit, but once I slip up, order DoorDash, and I get like maybe 2 chocolate chip cookies to come home with, and I sit there and I go, the very next day, I'm like, I could go for another chocolate chip cookie. It gets bad. Don't get me talking about chocolate chip cookies.
Well, he's got discipline. He's got discipline. There was chocolate chip cookies in my kitchen, the kitchen here, my office today. The kind that my stepdad used to always buy, flat, round, super moist from Metro, just like melt in your mouth. Yeah. So I used to eat like 40 of those. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
When I could just eat what yeah. But see, look at Charlie. Nope, you're supposed to pretty much eat almost every time you poop. That's legit what I do. I wake up in the morning. As soon as the first grape watermelon goes in my mouth, I'm on the toilet. Boom, done. Then I go eat later. Boom, right. It's like clockwork. IBS, I be shitting. Amen. Amen. But this is what I really like about Tommy's message is that he is aware it is stress related. A lot of people are completely unaware. They think that it's just like A to B. There's just very clear things and clear reasons I ate this or that. You're like, no, it's mental. And you clearly are realizing that you're on this drug for now, but it's only to manage. You're approaching your colitis the way I needed to approach my bipolar, and I eventually did. That the drug is the tool that can get me through to get me in out of fight or flight to then work away and then let the drug fall away when it's needed. It's fucking beautiful, man. It's training wheels.
That is the number one question I get the most of. And once again, I'm not a licensed therapist, so like I can only give my opinion. I don't like break it down and give recommendations and stuff like that. Is what are your thoughts on antidepressants and medicine? And I sit there and I go, well, it depends on what are you using it for. This and that, blah, blah, blah. And I go, are you going to make any lifestyle changes, anything like that? Because I believe that those type of medicines, if you choose to go that way, are wonderful in helping maintain that positive swing into maintaining a healthier lifestyle, getting an exercise routine or movement routine, getting outside more. But if you're looking for to stay exactly the same and just take the pill and for things to change, I think then that's not the right move because you're just going to build up a tolerance and do those type of things. But I think that that's the number one question I get all the time is I want to go on antidepressants. What do you think? And as a trusted resource, I tell them my honest opinion. I tell them about my experience, but I always encourage them to be like, hey, this is your choice and we're going to find out what's best for you. So let's just ask some questions and see what you're thinking. And then by the end of it, they have a pretty clear idea. So Tommy, I thank you for sharing that because you and Gabes are examples of exactly what I believe as well.
That's beautiful, man. Shari, so glad it's in remission. I see you continuing to feel better. Amen, Shari. Tommy, through therapy, I realized it was being emotionally abused for years, and I was pretty much blood most days. A few years that prevented me from leaving the house for 2 weeks, and I'm an outdoors person. Killed my mind. I tried every diet possible, FODMAPs, keto, etc., in order to control it. Intermittent fasting started 10 years ago, and it helped until the stress became unbearable. Fuck yeah. And it, from my lived experience, that makes sense because this intermittent fasting taps into the fasting, which is where the body starts to really heal. But we're so conditioned. When you're sick, what do? Crackers and chicken noodle soup, comfort food. Oh, I'm comfort food fucking ruins us. So bro, that's why that started to work. But now you're just doing this until you get this stress under control. That's why you're taking the time off from work. Your work's being amazing to allow you to do that. It's fucking huge, man. Like, what a gift. And I know you're so appreciative. Been on antidepressant for 5 years. They did nothing. Even wanted to end it and then decided to stop. And I'm much better. Still a long way. But like I said, it's a mindset that has got to stop me. Got to fix me. Amen. Amen, brother. You are all over it. You can't fix the problem until you're aware of the problem. You've spun the wheels enough with the data collection to know this is the way. Awareness. And we are here for you to help support you in that way, brother, brother, brother.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
So good.
I was just looking. I'm the same Gabriel. I worked in the mental and now working to heal the eating. She said my panic was so high that without the drugs, I would have never left the house with all the fear. Once I was more balanced, I took off meds. It's everyone's journey is so unique, right? It's like that's the whole thing. It's like finding the autonomy to celebrate your journey and how you go about it, because I love that. Corey, Ben, that's also like what they say on you can't out exercise a bad diet. You need both steps if you want to see a change. Absolutely. Right. I think you can find the wins and everything, but if you're looking for like the physical change, dude, and I'll tell you what, when you're eating better, that physical exercise and movement is a lot easier to stick to.
Oh,
a lot easier to stick to.
Oh my God, filler waves is so true. Oh gosh, it's compounding. It's really compounding.
It's
Man.
a superpower.
Yeah.
It's supercharged. Like literally, you're not fighting yourself.
I swear, man. I got to riff on this. This is like in my keynote speech near the end. I say to people like, it's this clear to me. Like people, and I'm speaking from me. I did not know how good I could actually feel. Like it wasn't a possibility. Like when I was shitting on my ass for 30 years, I had no idea. And it's like, how do you not just look that up and figure it out? It's like, because that's what our trauma, our blockages do. I thought I had to be someone. I had to be big, strong, and jacked. I could eat 300 grams of protein, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't see the forest through the trees. But if somebody had been like, could get in my head, like we just try to salt the hay here and plant ideas for you to just water if you feel so inclined. But like, I say to people, like, if you look down right where you're sitting or standing or whatever right now, and there's a lottery ticket for $1 billion, would I have to convince you to run out of the wherever room you are right now as fast as you can to the convenience store to cash that in, or to cash it in eventually? Would I have to convince you to do that? Fuck no. So it's just about planting enough little crumbs for you to connect the dots in your own way that go, wait a second, I can feel that good. Like it's not a pipe dream. This is why I think I hated religion growing up. It was like, it can't be true. Fuck, that's too good to be true. That's a fucking trap. Fuck that shit. It's not. It's all that good. You could feel that good. You can experience life that good. You are not only that, you are supposed to. It's your birthright. It's not something you have to like, well, fuck, maybe I could like, if it's possible, I could maybe get it. You're going to get it when you want to. That's the only determining factor, but you have to have the awareness that it's there for you to just be like, yeah, that's mine. It's like literally picking an apple off a tree, but that fucking reach your arm up or that finger with God and Michelangelo, it's the fucking hardest part, but that's what we're here to do, to remember that we can feel all this good, people. Seriously.
Absolutely. And Tommy, man, my issue is my wife undermined my parenting skills. Got along great with my kids until she constantly threatened separation if I didn't parent her way. I sent a letter to my kids without blaming anyone, but making them think in all the videos of us from everything I did. My 20-year-old understands what happened now, and we are building. Hell yeah. My 16-year-old is still brainwashed. Missing them is what is killing me. With threatened separation in front of them, and at that point, they both know they can control me. I was a great father, and my 20-year-old recently told me that.
There it is.
Brother. What a strong human being to have a 16-year-old, a 20-year-old, and a partner that put your self-worth and your identity into question. And then ultimately has you thinking about yourself, and to hear the thing, or I should say, to see the things that you're saying of I was a great father. Like, none of us are perfect, so there may have been things, right? I'm sure you can pick things if you wanted to, be like, okay, but to say you were a great father, now you're getting the validation from your 20-year-old. 16, man, hopefully that clarity comes through, but look how this is working for you. Look at the discovery process. Look at the things that are doing. Look at all the people you are helping. And I believe in a stream of the past, you said you have a different partner now that is incredibly supportive.
Tammy.
That it led you to this moment, right? And the healing is still happening and the relationship is still building. And this journey is still beautifully unfolding. And I can understand where you say there's this narrative in your head. How could there not be, right? If we didn't know how to work through that. Don't blame, do your best not to blame yourself here. How could you not have that narrative when everything has told you that you should damn that person? That person's the worst person to walk this earth. But without her doing all of these things, we never get to Tammy. We never get to show our children the comeback story. We never get to see our children. Your children are here to experience this and watch how their dad shows up in the moments of adversity. And maybe we just didn't know how to for a long time, but when you are given the information and you're given the community and you're giving the vulnerability and opening up and you're given the choice, look at how you show up every single time. This is just the beginning of that comeback story. And when I say it's the beginning, you're like in the second quarter. This isn't close to being over. You've already overcome so much. You found a love that's stronger than you could have ever imagined. And now the 20-year-old coming around saying, you were a great dad. You were a great dad if he even never said it. But that validation, I'm sure, felt nice. So Tommy, I'm lit up. I'm lit up for you, brother.
This is why the community, like, even though this member has not been in our community for months and months, very early on when we started, I won't say his name because if he comes back in, he was going through a version of what you're going through, Tommy, in his own way. He has one son. His estranged ex-wife won't even let him see the kids, right? Like, and he was just the same as you, brother, but he was keeping the love and light in his heart of being like, I know she's got her issues too. I'm not perfect. She has her issues. Yeah. Do I think she's got a lot of them and she's taking my son away from me? Yeah. But like, I see you saying the same things. I see you leaning into that and being like, it's just the way, like, fuck, dude. But we don't have kids, Ben. Like, we don't have that lived experience in the Meat Monkey spacesuit. But man, for what everybody tells me, it's just another level. Like having a partner's divine union and stuff. But man, going through getting kids in the equation and then tough shit's going down, brother. I'm so glad you're aware of it.
Do you see what I was going? I was crying my eyes out when I had to make a decision about my cat.
Yeah.
Like bawling my eyes out.
Yeah.
When I felt like I had to give him up to go back and stuff like I cannot imagine that level of it. Like, once again, brother, that's my dude. So I don't know if you could hear him meowing over there or cooing at me, but like, Tommy, so proud of you, brother. That's what is pushing me, showing my kids what I can be. Not what you can be, it's what you are.
What you are.
You already are this, brother. You are just depositing the proof for yourself. This whole thing isn't about other people. We've accomplished that. You can show up for other people. Show it and prove it to yourself. That's it.
Namaste, Brendan Zen. Welcome in, brother.
Brendan, welcome in, my friend.
But when I was telling the other guy, he was making like a bit, like not a lot, but he was sharing like a little bit of content. It's like, dude, you have like an online social resume now. Like this could be, you could put out, make content about, like, your kids are going to watch this. That's what's so cool about this modern day age. We didn't get to, I see little homemade videos of my dad. I didn't get to see him document his fucking Tuesday when he's going through the grind and he's off work and he's battling. He's in this community. He's loving on people, even though he's fucking grinding through his own shit. Like, I wish I would be so crazy to go back and see that, even though my dad then ended up killing himself. It's like to see his struggle, to see his grind. Dude, you've got the opportunity to do that too. Like, your kids, you can connect with them, you can FaceTime them, you could, like, you're already open with the 20-year-old. Like, this is fucking happening for you, brother. For you. Fuck yeah, dude. Look at Cody. Cody's throwing in. I don't think Cody's thrown that in before. Namaste, Cody. Always, Cody said yesterday, sometimes I just go and lay and slouch in the couch, and then we throw on Gabes, and then Love and Lights starts pouring, and then I warm up and say I'm here. He's also baked as shit all the time. So everything's difficult, does Tommy. Wow, thanks for sharing. Amen. Amen. Could you imagine, Cam Scully, like you've been blessed, with your daughter? You guys have like the best fucking relationship in the world. That's just how it has been. It's different for everybody. You had your thing with your dad. We can't compare journeys. We all have these interweaving, interlocking things, and we're on the stream together for a reason, to pick up the little thing. Somebody in the background is struggling with something similar, and this is waking them up to their problem by Tommy just being vulnerable. It only takes one person every night in the Love and Light stream to be vulnerable. We get like 45 people.
Dude, one person opens up and you go, oh yeah, I can understand. I've been here. I've done that. It gets Cody to slouch up for a little bit and say hello, namaste. Get a little bit of froggy namaste in there. I am indeed baked, brother. Feeling the love and light, man. Hell yeah.
Okay, switch up the topics. Did everybody see OG Anunoby on breakfast television baked out of his mind for the New York Knicks?
No, but that's awesome.
Okay. First of all, OG is his name, Anunoby. He's 6'8", 240 or 6'7", 240. Played for the Raptors. He is almost too chill. Like, he had that crazy tip-in the greatest comeback ever, right? And they asked him after the game, how is that tip-in? You're like a cultural icon of New York now. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. And everybody just started pissing themselves laughing. And then he's won the thing. He obviously is probably more new to weed. He's definitely intellectual, but all the other guys have shades on. Josh Hart, Karl Anthony Towns. He's sitting front and center. And he's sitting like tight, and his eyes are just like this, and he's looking at the camera. And the Strahan and the Kelly or whoever and the other guy are like, I think they directed the question at him about the coach, and he just was like, and the whole studio, Towns and everybody's like falling out of their chairs laughing. Dude, it was fucking amazing.
That's so funny, man.
Baked, Sharzy, baked, fried, whatever the fuck you want to say.
Baked like a cake.
Cooked.
That's so funny.
And it kind of made it, I'm not gonna lie, people. I got really not okay, whatever. You dependent, addicted, whatever word you want to throw. I fucking love those things. Edibles. I don't smoke, but I'm not gonna lie, watching that, this is how the brain works. I'm watching that and enjoying, like, wow, what a moment for them. And I'm just like right back in the bus in Lehigh Valley the first time I had one of those. Oh, right, like struggling out of my mind. We're coming home from Lehigh or coming home from a game. We get one of these bus meals that aren't that great. It's like a shitty kind of, I'm going to eat it, but for the calories, I take this thing. Fucking that thing was like a 10-course meal all of a sudden. I was like, what is happening to me? So best believe I was like, I wouldn't mind that one. Like, whatever. That's how the mind works. That's how the mind works. And that type of thing hijacks our life. It takes us from the present moment. It pulls us from the love and light. So feeling that, seeing it, feel the reaction in my body. And I just went, like, yep. And it's just on to the next thing. Like it can get that quick, but then I wasn't expecting that. Snagged me, but no. One of the great teachers, Nisargadatta, says, the world is a bunch of rings. The world is a bunch of rings. And you're like a hook or a set of hooks. And you're going through the world, and these hooks are just grabbing onto the rings because you can't help but get entangled by them. He says, just straighten your hooks. Better yet, just make them like flubby so they can't grab anything. So you just flow through the hooks of the rings of life, and you don't grab onto anything.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, brother. I'm hitting a wall.
Yep, you are, brother. Your reading was like, when you're like tired and you're like skipping words and stuff.
I can't breathe, and I'm sitting there. I was like, oh, we're hitting our capacity here. I could make it the full 2 hours, but I'm not gonna.
There's no need to do that, brother.
I just want to say thank you, everybody. Tommy, I appreciate you sharing your story. I celebrate you. I'm holding space for you, brother. Thank you for showing up and talking and inspiring some of Sherzy's best work of sandpaper and pee touching and all of this stuff. And I appreciate everybody for reaching out, showing me love. Send it right back. Thank you, everybody. I will chat with you later. Gabes, thank you for letting me in here as well. as always, brother. I'll see you tomorrow.
Namaste, brother. Love you, brother.
Love you guys. Talk soon. As always.
As always, we are filming some video modules for our course tomorrow, wearing our merch. He's been wearing the merch a little bit, the Next Arena brand merch. So we're going to be ripping our first videos for our course that we're building out for you all, the beta testers. We are 1 month out. 1 month out. So stuff's starting to get real. We are building it. We already have many of you coming, and you are all going to set the table with us to bring in the folks that are then going to fund Collective Memoria. Pay what you can. It's all a big plan. It's all a big love and light funnel. It's kind of cool how the love and light community of Collective Memoria started first, and then the course and everything's going to be birthed, and then it comes all the way back around to Collective Memoria again. Brendan, to Tommy, you're in a great place to talk, vent, whatever. Love and light. Amen. Get better. Thanks for listening. That's awesome. Shari, when will the calls be for the course? Because I need to block schedule. Hey, great question, Shari. I'm thinking right now, like we can talk about it. It's open discussion. Right now we stream Sunday to Wednesday. I'm thinking, because Sunday streams are always kind of light too. I think people like to relax their Sunday nights, whatever. I think we're going to go to like a schedule of either Monday, Wednesday, Friday stream, Tuesday, Thursday course call, or Monday, Wednesday stream, Tuesday, Thursday course call. I think something like that. Stream for 2 hours, 2 to 3 times a week, and course call at least twice a week for hour and a half. So my best guess right now is Tuesday and Thursday evening, like 7 to 8:30, 7 to 9, something like that. You know, maybe the course call that we do is an hour and a half, but then we have an after hours for 30 minutes to just hang out, kind of like a course stream together. But it'll be calls, like Zoom calls. So it's not going to be just us blabbing on here and you guys commenting. We're going to have everybody will facilitate the calls, and we're going to be vibing out together. And let me tell you, the growth of that the locker room community in our course, that's going to get tight quick, because we're going to be talking on camera a lot more. We're going to also have friction points more. Sometimes there's going to be people come in and share too long, or share, we're going to there's going to be more opportunities to grow together, and intimacy together, So Tuesday, Thursday is best for me, but we'll make what work. Okay. So that works for Shari. Shari's a huge part of this thing for sure. So Tuesday, Thursday is definitely coming through. I'm now not the most ideal, I guess, in the world, but I'll be on the first 3 ones, but then I go to Scotland, right? So what do we got? We're going to start the 15th, but maybe we'll start the 14th, the Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday, and then I leave Thursday. So I'd be on the first 3 calls, and then I'd miss the next 3. Ben will hold it down. I got to go take advantage of Scotland with Mama. Never been. Big part of our family's whole thing, and her supporting her. So I think that's going to work nice, though. I like that. I like what we're thinking here. Tuesday, Thursday. Definitely be committed. Let's go. Tommy says, I'm still on the fence, but not sure about work, and I do shift work, so that won't work out anyways. Yeah, 100%, brother. No work, no problem at all. Lorianne, works for you. Let's go. Calls will be recorded, right? Because I do have a week vacay in there too. Absolutely, we can definitely do that. All these are all the little things that we're going to be figuring out. So that's a great point, Chari. We're definitely going to want to record these, because people who are in this course, when we're up and running, they're going to have things come up, and they're going to want to watch calls and stay dialed in. Enjoy that trip, boss. Well deserved. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting trip. I think the most interesting part about the trip, obviously I've been home and really in a routine of eating and everything. So for me, going and traveling in Scotland where there's just potatoes galore, which is nothing wrong with potatoes. I'm just saying I'm going to be in situations where I'm not going to get the food that I'm used to feeling. And that's going to be okay too. That's just part of the journey, right? It's going to be beautiful. So I feel like I'm in such a good place to, and a month from now, it'll be even better, to be the most free on a vacation ever, or not a vacation. It's really a journey together. It's not a vacation. It's a journey. Yeah, I can't tell you how all of my other vacations or trips in the past were so marred with anxiety for me. When am I going to eat? Where am I going to get enough protein? What is this or that? Or like I was such an anxious mess. Like, oh, I get uncomfortable when I'm not clean. I don't shower for the whole day, and like all these fucking things that just chatter around in the skull made trips like horrendous. It's like they talk about you want to go to a trip and you go and you end up sitting on the beach and you're just, I can't tell you how many times I just ended up, I don't know why I thought it'd be different. You go to like, well, after my time in Jersey, I went to Jamaica. The first time I went to like a nice resort with my current girlfriend. And it didn't matter how much food I ate. It didn't matter how much I laid in the sun, read a book. I was just as fucking stressed, pissed off. Even though when I was so hypomanic, I couldn't rest. I couldn't find peace, you know? So I'm really excited to go on a trip. And me and my mom, full disclosure, me and my mom, we love each other, but we're very independent people too. I mean, I talk to my mom in the morning a little bit before my brother's up, when we're both up early, me and my mom. I talk to her a bit before bed. I call her here and there during the day. But then we hang out once a week for like 4 or 5 hours. So when we get around each other all the time, oh boy, does that bring up opportunities to grow. Oh my goodness, opportunities to just rest behind it all. And I'm so excited for that aspect of it. But it's here and now. It's right here and now. That opportunity to rest in the peace and to be in harmony with my mom is right here, right now. This is the same moment I was born, the same moment I'm going to die, the same moment I have peak peace right now and now and now. It's never not here. It's never not here. It's never not been here. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to seek. There's no next moment. It's just here. It's just here. It's just here. Tommy O, I love road trips where you don't know where you're going. Sometimes when I leave the driveway, I don't know if I'm turning left or right until I get there. Tommy, I swear to you, dude, that used to fucking, what you just said used to cause me so much anxiety. Not only because I was pissed off that other people could be so go with the flow and I couldn't enjoy life, but I just genuinely needed to know what I was doing, where I was going, why we're going there, what are we going to do, what's it going to be, how good is it going to be? Like just overthinking to like an extent that was just mind-blowing. But now there's nothing more I want to do than just go somewhere without a fucking plan. There's nothing better than that. The love and light always provides. Tommy says, I did that last year. I ended up in Florida, LOL. That's what did you first message me from down there? Or was that earlier this year? Were you down there again? Tommy, that takes courage and faith. That is awesome. Dude, once I've been able to tap into that, what everything's happening for me and what's for me can't miss me, then there is no such thing as a wrong turn, right? Like before I didn't get that. There's a right and a wrong. If I went this way, we're not going to have as much fun. If I go this way, it's going to be shitty. The weather's bad. Blah, blah, blah. What's for me can't miss me. I'm at peace everywhere. Everywhere is just a new, beautiful experience to remember who I am. Everything I see, touch, taste, smell is an opportunity to remember. So it doesn't matter what happens. Just like you, Shar, when you got your flat tire or car problems and you just were like, oh, now I have more time to meditate. And you just sat on the side of the road and meditated or whatever. That's what it's all about. So true. Yes. Tommy, I was there twice last year and twice already this year. I was there for 2 weeks in February and 3 weeks in April. So you just rip down there by yourself and just vibe out, or was that with Tammy too? Corey, I do that when I go to Australia. If I'm not scheduled to be at the rink, I make no other plans and just wander. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, that's what it's all about. Just a wander down under. Oh, namaste. It's me O'Miley. Namaste, me O'Miley. I love your account. Love crossing paths with you. I hope you're doing well. The random journeys are the best journeys. Brendan Zen, did you get a tattoo? Was that you that had the breathe on their hand, or was that somebody in your family? I couldn't tell if that was your hand or not. With that wrinkly stuff they put over the tattoo, I couldn't tell if that was you or not. Shari Soulflow. So years ago, I was so calm inside. I almost did a 7-day silent meditation retreat. I look forward to getting back there. Not there yet. That's okay, Shari Soulflow. That is okay. and you are exactly where you're supposed to be, learning exactly what you're supposed to learn. We will be right there alongside you in this now moment when you feel like you're back there. Brendan Zen says, yes, sir. He did get a tattoo. He got, so everybody wants to know, he got breathe right here on his hand. Breathe. You think that's influenced by some meditation in the Love and Light community, fellow waves? That's all of us. That's Brendan, I'm sure, thinking of us every time he looks at that now. Tammy and I drove down for Florida with no hotels, no plans, ended up camping in a forest fire and had to leave to a hotel. Just spontaneous every night. That was last year. This year, she flew down for a week and met me in Tampa. Nice. That is awesome. What a freaking romance, dude. I mean, yeah, your kids must be seeing you just thriving with Tammy and Tammy, just vibing. They're probably gonna be like, fuck me. They're starting to see as they grow up and they start to contrast and be like, mom's still on her journey. Dad actually was like the awesome one, you know? This fucking sounds awesome, man. Corey says, I want another one. What do you want? Another trip down there or another wander? I love that, Brent. Oh, Corey, you want another tattoo? Is that what you mean? Corey Katina, the worst part was when they finished because I just wanted more, LOL. My mom just got 2 more tattoos. She has this one the same as me on this wrist. And then she's got a thistle on the other wrist, just like I got a big thistle. She's got a smaller thistle. And then she's got 2 words in Gaelic. I think one of them's home, coming home, and the other one's like something about the sun, I think. Anyway, she's been getting tatted up on the wrists. I figure both, Corey. Tattoo, but a trip as well. What kind of tattoo you feeling into next? Corey Katina. Mm-hmm. Well, it's finally happened. The first anti-aging gene therapy has been injected into a human. Boy. There's another Jackass movie. Oh boy, the best and last Jackass movie, everybody. I know this is not everybody's cup of tea, but fuck me, it's funny. Maybe actually I haven't watched Jackass since I've kind of gone through the healing journey, so maybe I won't think it's funny. I don't know. I want one celebrating our championship last season. Nice. Ben Leger, we are screwed. We are screwed, he says. Corey, want to her trophy coming out of our logo in the year. Nice championship tattoo. Sure, I used to laugh so hard at Jackass movies with my ex. The Wee Man bar fight is one of the greatest skits in comedy history. I grew up on Jackass, so I'll be sure of the theater on opening night. Cody, dude. Oh man, I would love to go watch Jackass with you all high as shit. I went to we had a movie theater, Silver City, right beside my house in Newmarket. And my stepdad got all of us in. I don't know how. I don't know what he did, but we were way underage for an R-rated movie. I guess you can go into the X-rated. You can go with a family member. I don't know. I didn't understand it. I was a goody two-shoes. I felt like it was badass. And we got in to see the Jackass movie, the one where he gets hit by the bull and does the flip. I've never been in a theater that laughed that hard. It was unbelievable. Like the whole theater just dying. Oh, here we go. See, there's always someone who doesn't understand it. I'll never understand the Jackass stuff. Not judging anybody. Fill your boots. I tried to find it funny, but nope. Cam, no problem at all. I'm wondering if I'm even going to think it's going to any funny. So Cam, you're probably not going to enjoy this, but Corey, it does not surprise me. Corey Katina doesn't like it either. Hey, Cody. I went and watched Jackass Forever in theater, high as fucking. I'm pretty sure I was laughing the loudest in there. That's okay. Well, let's see. Let's see if I think this is funny. Let's go. I know Cam and Corey won't like this, but let's see what we got here. This is the new one. I didn't know they were making a new one. Everyone has their thing. I still think Step Brothers is one of the worst ever, and people love it. Oh my God. Tommy, yo, you think the Step Brothers is not good? What? Like, oh God. It's so interesting. Yeah, Cody, like that's wild. That's wild. That's like me. I used to be, obviously I love movies and all that shit, but I've never watched The Godfather. A lot of people think that's blasphemy, and I should have seen it. I know I probably should have seen it by now. I haven't seen Mamma Mia. Everybody has this thing that they don't do, right? Cam says he does get entertained watching others laugh. I like that part of it a lot, Cam. Shares you not Jackass, but CKY is this kid taking his shit while running full speed. Wow, that sounds like we should watch that too. Okay, here we go. Let's watch this one. Oops, what did I do? Jackass best and last. I clicked the thing. My bad.
Once in a lifetime, there's a historic event that unites us all.
One done in Nashville, and this is the end!
On June 26th, come together on the biggest screen one last time. Only in theaters, June 26th. Get tickets now.
Wow, that's soon. I didn't think that was happening so soon. I don't know. To me, the funniest parts are when guys get like really upset almost. Like, even though that sounds messed up, kind of, it's like when the guys get like, when they get like, they're doing these movies to do dumb shit and they get hurt and they know that's part of it, but then they all have their weird idiosyncrasies and phobias, and then they all rip each other for them like a locker room, and then guys take it like they're having a bad day or they pull a prank at the wrong time and they get like genuinely mad. That fucking cracks me up. I don't know why. Yeah, that gets me. Corey, I'm telling everyone again, watch V for Vendetta and then look at our current society. Oh gosh, that sounds like yeah. I do want to watch that, Corey. That sounds fucking great. But I feel like it's just going to confirm everything. But you're saying it's worth the watch as like an actual art piece. Cody, a great example of that, Gabes, is the snake pit prank on Bam from Jackass. Yes, Cody. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Cody. That's exactly what I'm talking about, dude. Fuck, it's so funny. It's so funny how they, coming from a hockey locker room, you just knew that if you showed any, like if you were mad, you better fucking hide it. Because they know you're mad and they got you. And when I was younger, I didn't even know that. So they all got me. But then you learn, right? You only learn by going through it. Started to learn that, oh, if I don't react or I play it off like I love it or whatever, they just don't care. And you fuck with them back that way, you know? Tommy O. Ross Creations on YouTube do the same kind of stuff, but all very kind of hilarious giving people. They take a tanning bed to the beach with a generator and get reactions. That's great. That's great. That's what I'm going to try to do more of in the content I shoot later this month when I go down to Toronto. We have that huge list we made the other night. Erica gave so many good insights. A lot of people gave some good insights. So I want to do that in my own version to have fun with it, you know, just like kind of we're mucking around about it right now. But wow, I wonder, I mean, I'm sure they're hardcore fans have known about this new Jackass for a long time, but I sure as hell didn't know. Oh, what was the other one? Bad Grandpa? Like that shit's funny as hell too. Like that's just good shit. Corcatina, top 5 movie all time, in my opinion, V for Vendetta. And it came out 15 years ago, so that comparison wasn't in mind when made. Wow. Sounds really like my kind of movie, man. I just don't watch movies. Like sometimes I can, I don't know, bug some people or whatever, but like it's not that I don't appreciate them. I appreciate them a lot. It doesn't come through. When like, unless it's like obviously this could be one of those. It's like an amazing movie, but like I just seek first the kingdom of God and all things shall be added unto you. There's no other focus than that until I am it fully. I don't know. I can't justify. Anyway, it's hard to talk about. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm too good for movies. It's like, I just have one yearning that I know that anything else I do without that in mind is just a middleman to what I actually want and know I am. Does that make so? Anyway, on the topic of movies, I watched American History X last week, and boy, what a watch! American History X. What is that? Never heard of that. American History X is a 1998 American crime drama directed by Tony Kaye in his feature directorial debut. Edward Norton. The film follows Derek Norton and Danny Vanderfillen, two European American skinhead brothers from Los Angeles who are involved in the white supremacist movement. Whoa, that sounds really good. Sounds really good. See, and that's the other thing. I like everything I watch. I cannot remember a movie ever that I was like, that was bad. I find everything fascinating. Everything. My mom is so critical of movies. I don't like this. I don't like that. I fucking like everything. I've averaged 2 movies a year the last 5 years. Zero interest. YouTube is pretty much all I watch outside hockey. Seriously. I love them, but it's like I love video games. I fucking love video games. Like, I'm talking love video games. I never play them because it's clearly not what I'm here to do. It's worth the time, especially if you're talking points for today, says Corey. I don't, and that's the thing. When people tell me about great movies and great shows, it's like, I'm not doubting you. I like everything. So I would love what you're saying, especially if you and me vibe, Corey, and it's that good. Fuck yeah. American History X's top 10. Man, Edward Norton. Fight Club, I watched too long ago to really understand the deeper meanings. I was talking to a guy today who's really into that movie, and he had the deeper meanings watching it again. I feel like that one maybe, but again, it's just like anyway. Complicated topic in a way. Bruno is a hilarious, especially if you like seeing people feel uncomfortable. Yeah, I like feeling uncomfortable. I never liked horror movies that kind of uncomfortable. I like that like awkwardness uncomfortable like that for sure. Oh God, curb stomp scene. Fuck that shit. Brendan, I'm very much with this. Amen. Okay, a lot of people know that movie. Oh, Shari went and saw Disclosure last week, and it's a great movie. So what I think is happening right now. Oh yeah. I forgot about that one. Oh boy. Isn't that fascinating, Cam? You don't like Jackass, but you like Scary Movie. That's interesting. There's a new Scary Movie too. Anna Faris is in it again. They got the old cast back together. Wow. Making all kinds of these. History X and Rounders favorite Ed Norton movies. Oh yeah. Rounders is so good. That's such a hockey bus movie. Pay him his money. Disclosure does break your heart too. That's what a good movie usually does. I've heard the reactions have just been unbelievable to Disclosure. Love the Wayans bros. I know nuanced preference. It is a nuanced preference, but I love the Wayans bros too. Scary Movie is definitely stoner comedy. Hey, Cam, that vibes with you, right? Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, Scary Movie 2026 it's already out. $30 million budget. It's made $175 million. Good for them. Good for them. Man, oh man. What a beautiful world we live in. Stoner comedy for me was Kenny versus Spenny. I remember that. Kenny versus Spenny. Oh yeah, those guys. My favorite stoner comedy is either Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back or Tenacious D Pick of Destiny. Wow, I've never heard of those. Those are stoner ones. Hey, what about, has anybody Does Midnight Gospel count as stoner comedy or stoner movies? Jack Black is hilarious. He's awesome. Has anybody watched Midnight Gospel here? Back when I was watching stuff a lot. Well, actually, I watched that that was part of my kind of my healing journey in a way because I knew it was deep spiritual shit. Anybody into the Midnight Gospel? I can't believe they didn't continue it. And maybe they thought there wasn't enough material to continue it. They covered a lot. Speaking of Silent Bob, Kevin Smith is a Devils fan and bought an Oilers puck off me, and I sent him a Devils bought and sent it back to me. Kind of cool. Oh, very nice. Signed. And I sent him a Devils signed, and he sent it back to me. Very cool. Most cartoons are stoner comedy. Amen. Has anybody watched Midnight Gospel? I'd be shocked if nobody's watched that here. I feel like Sharzy at least could have watched it. By the way, did Dana said something back here? He just came into the woodwork. Namaste, Dana. Welcome in, brother. Shari, did you like Dumb and Dumber? It was cool. Cam Neely was in it. I liked Dumb and Dumber when I was younger. I didn't like it as much when I'm older. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Seabass though. That was really cool that Seabass is in there. You've never heard of Midnight Gospel, eh? Wow. Midnight Gospel is this animated cartoon, super spiritual, about a guy, this space traveler, and he goes into different simulations in different worlds and lives through different, basically, metaphors of spirituality. And the voices are from his podcast. This guy, what's his name? Duncan Trussell. He has a podcast. And he has deep spiritual talks on his podcast, and they just took certain clips of episodes and made a cartoon around it while he talked about the spiritual principles on the podcast to the person, and they built a story out of it. Like it's fucking so unique. Anyway, super cool. Jim Carrey, that's something you'd want to watch high as shit, though, I'm sure. But also not, because it's really deep. It could really blow your brains. Jim Carrey, another Newmarket guy. Fuck yeah. Newmarket Zamboni driver. Hello, Dana. I've never heard of Midnight Gospel. Wow. Okay. Super interesting. Not stoner comedy, but Project Hail Mary is pretty good. When my mommy wants to go to a movie, we usually go to a movie, and that's the last one we did go watch. Yeah, honest. Oh, you looked up Midnight Gospel? Only 8 episodes. It didn't catch on, unfortunately. Dude, I swear it's like a cult thing. Like, the people who know, and they fucking love it. I don't know how. I'm so shocked I didn't continue it. Like, it makes you, when you're done watching that most episodes, you're like staring at the wall for like 20 minutes. Like, what did I just watch? The first episode, the zombie fucking prison escape thing, it's fucking genius. Talking about Buddhism and stuff. Wow. Very, very cool. If anybody is high as fuck, go watch that and let me know.
Once in a lifetime.
Okay, we don't need to see that again. Wow. Oh, we done? Oh, somebody's leaving. Oh, Brendan. Namaste, Brendan. We are one. Have a good night, brother. Wish everyone a blessed evening. I love you, brother. We could watch that when we do mushroom stream. LOL. Sorry. I think that would definitely have to be a private, in-house only Zoom call. That's for sure, where we could all talk. I sure as hell wouldn't be if I was the only one talking and I was on mushrooms, I wouldn't be talking. There'd be no talking. So it would have to be a Zoom call where you could all be talking, and we're not going to get in trouble. Have a great night, Brennan. Love you, brother. The Hail Mary movie is much more entertaining than the book, which was more technical. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Usually the book's better. I think it seems like they did a really strong effort to make that movie like a super pop, like a feel good, heart wrenching movie. I can see how they could make that pretty technical, though. That's probably what the author liked. The mushroom stream is going to have to find me lost outdoors somewhere. Yeah, it's not the same kind of thing. I know, Shersey. Love Hail Mary. Absolutely. Yeah. It's kind of what I'm working through the last parts. I know the book process, believe me. I could write a book on writing a book. Writing a book on writing a book would be an interesting project because it is such a journey. But going through the manuscript like the last time, you really got to write it for yourself, like we're debating, taking out some of the details of the hockey stuff. Like, if you're a hockey person who picks up the book, you don't need me to detail this call up and this is what this means and that, because you already know hockey for the most part. And then the person who picks up the book who's not really there for the hockey, they're for the transformation, they don't really give a fuck anyway, So we're trying to walk that line, but also stay true to what I want, what I want it to be. So it's been very interesting. Oh, geez, my camera froze. What the fuck? Whoa, why is my face looking like that? Can you guys hear me? It is raining really hard outside, but everything else is working. I don't think we'd have one single comment on TikTok today, which is wild. We can hear, yeah. Okay, I wonder why. Let me try turn off the camera and turn it back on. Uh, you guys hear me now? Yeah, you can hear me. What the fuck is going on here? So weird. Mic settings, stock mic cam, visual effects. Jeff Merrick would be a great person to send an early copy, especially where he may be looking for guests summertime when it's less kind of quiet. Absolutely. I'm all over that. I'm all over that, Big D. I know Jeff. What the fuck is happening here? This is so interesting. No, I don't want a new layout. Well, at least you can hear me. So I'm not, for a while there, it wasn't working at all. You can click the camera button to try again. Restart your browser or computer if this continues. I switched it to another camera. That's not working. I think my browser just had a glitch. All right, let's see what happens if I refresh it. We'll see what happens.